Hi, and welcome to English-Fabule. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
In 2024, a big story came from China. Xiaomi, a company famous for phones, launched its first electric car. Its leader, Lei Jun, announced huge success. In just 1 hour, Xiaomi received nearly 300,000 orders for its new SUV, the U7. These cars were also cheaper than similar models from Tesla. At the same time, in America, a different story ended. Apple, a very rich company, stopped its 10-year project to build a car. This project, called Project Titan, cost billions of dollars. After 10 years, Apple could not make its car. This difference is important. Apple, the world's most valuable company, tried for many years and failed. Xiaomi, a newer Chinese company, built a successful car in only 3 years. How did Xiaomi do what Apple could not? This book will explain a new business approach called the Xiaomi Doctrine. This method focuses on speed and adapting, rather than making one perfect new product. It also uses China's strong industry and government support. The story will show how Xiaomi, once seen as an Apple copy, found a unique path. It will tell how this company succeeded where Apple did not. This new business model may be important for technology companies worldwide. However, Xiaomi's journey has challenges. To sell its cars in America and Europe, it faces new rules and taxes. For example, the U.S. government, under President Donald Trump, put trade rules on Chinese companies like Huawei. These rules made it hard for them to use American technology. Can Xiaomi's smart plan work outside of China? This book will explore this question. 2. The man and his company. Lei Jun is the person who started Xiaomi, a big technology company. He was born in China in 1969. He studied computer science at Wuhan University and finished in 1991. For many years, he worked as a software engineer and leader in the tech world. He was the CEO of a company called Kingsoft and also helped many new companies by investing his money in them. Lei Jun read a book about Steve Jobs, the famous founder of Apple. This book changed Lei Jun's way of thinking about building a company a lot. He was very inspired by Steve Jobs' vision for creating technology that was both beautiful and easy for people to use. Lei Jun felt a strong desire to create something similar in China. In 2010, Lei Jun turned his dream into reality by creating Xiaomi. His main goal was for Xiaomi to become the Apple of China. He saw that many Chinese people wanted modern, high-quality technology products, but they were often too costly. Lei Jun believed Xiaomi could make great products that people would enjoy and could afford. Lei Jun showed his admiration for Steve Jobs in many ways. He often wore a simple black shirt and jeans, just like Steve Jobs did. When he introduced new Xiaomi products, his presentations were always carefully planned and exciting, full of energy. He even used special phrases similar to Steve Jobs' famous "one more thing" to surprise and engage the audience. The main office of Xiaomi in Beijing also featured a clean, simple design, much like Apple's famous stores. This strong focus helped Xiaomi begin its journey to offer technology products to a wide audience, aiming to match Apple's success with a Chinese twist. 3. A smart business plan. Xiaomi's start was different from many other technology companies. Its first product was not a smartphone, but a free software. This software was called MIUI. It was a special version of the Android operating system. Xiaomi gave it away for free in August 2010. This was a new idea. Most companies tried to sell hardware first to make money. Instead of selling hardware, Xiaomi wanted to build a group of loyal users. MIUI helped them do this. Every Friday, Xiaomi would release a new version of MIUI. Users could give ideas and help find problems. This made a strong community. These users were not just customers, they were like partners. They helped make the software better. By the time Xiaomi sold its first smartphone in 2011, many hundreds of people already loved MIUI. They were ready to buy a phone to use it. This method showed Xiaomi's smart business plan. Lei Jun called it the triathlon model. It had three main parts. The first part was about hardware. Xiaomi sold its products, like phones, at very low prices. Sometimes they even sold them with almost no profit, or even at a small loss. The goal was not to make a lot of money from each device. The goal was to get many customers. Each device sold meant a new person joined the Xiaomi family. The second part focused on making money from internet services. Once people had a Xiaomi device, they used Xiaomi's online services. These services included apps, cloud storage for photos, and other digital content. These internet services had much higher profit margins than the hardware. So, a customer who bought a cheap phone might spend much more money on Xiaomi's services over time. The third part was how they sold things. Xiaomi used a method called new retail. This meant they sold most products online. Selling online kept costs very low because they did not need many expensive shops. However, they also had some physical stores. These stores helped people see the products and get help. This mix of online and offline sales kept costs down while still reaching many customers. This business plan was very successful. It helped Xiaomi grow fast. By 2015, Xiaomi was one of the biggest smartphone makers in the world. Their way of doing business was different from Apple's. Xiaomi focused on getting many users with low prices and then making money from services. This strategy set the stage for all their future products, including cars. 4. More than just phones. Xiaomi wanted to create a connected world for its customers beyond just phones. The company began investing in many small businesses to achieve this goal. Since 2013, Xiaomi put money into over 100 partner companies. These firms made various smart products for the home, such as lights, cameras, rice cookers, air purifiers, electric scooters, and robotic vacuum cleaners. Xiaomi did not make most of these items itself. Instead, it helped these smaller companies with funding, technical support, and supply chain access. All these devices connected through the Mi Home app, creating a large ecosystem. If customers owned many Xiaomi devices, they worked together smoothly. For example, a smart band could wake someone up. Then an air purifier would start. Leaving home might trigger the vacuum cleaner. This made customers very loyal. They enjoyed how all their devices worked together, making it difficult to switch brands. This strategy also gave Xiaomi valuable information about customer preferences, helping improve products and services. By 2020, Xiaomi became the world's largest company for connected home devices. It had over 210 million active devices, not including phones, across more than 90 countries. This vast ecosystem was crucial for Xiaomi's future. It prepared the company for its next major product, the car. Xiaomi viewed the car as another smart device, essential for its connected world. The car would link the smart home and office, fitting seamlessly into users' daily lives. This proved Xiaomi was more than just phones. 5. A new idea. The car. In 2019, a big event changed the world of technology. On May 15th of that year, the U.S. government, led by President Donald Trump, put new rules on Huawei. Huawei was a very important technology company from China. These rules, called the Entity List, stopped American businesses from working with Huawei. This meant Huawei lost access to key American technologies. For example, they could no longer use Google's Android services or Qualcomm's powerful computer chips. This greatly damaged Huawei's business, especially its smartphone sales around the world. Lei Jun and the leaders at Xiaomi watched this situation with great concern. They saw how easily American rules could harm a Chinese technology company. Xiaomi's own main business, making smartphones, also relied heavily on American technology. Xiaomi used American processors and the Android operating system, among many other parts and software from the U.S. Lei Jun understood that if the U.S. government decided to target Xiaomi next, his company could face the same serious problems that Huawei was experiencing. This was a real threat to Xiaomi's future. Because of this worry, Lei Jun decided to make a very big and brave move. He thought about entering the electric car business. On March 30th, 2021, Xiaomi officially announced its plan. Lei Jun said Xiaomi would invest $10 billion over the next 10 years to build electric vehicles. He made it clear that he would personally lead this new part of the company. This was a huge step, as Xiaomi had no prior experience in making cars. Lei Jun believed this was a smart choice. He saw that electric cars were different from smartphones when it came to technology. Smartphones used many American-designed computer chips and software. However, electric vehicles relied more on battery technology, electric motors, and software for cars that China had developed a lot. The Chinese government had spent many years and a lot of money building a strong supply chain for electric vehicles. This included everything from making batteries to setting up charging stations. By moving into electric cars, Xiaomi could use more Chinese-made technology. This would make the company less dependent on American parts and software, which could protect Xiaomi from future trade problems. Lei Jun's new idea was a way to make Xiaomi stronger and safer for the long term. 6. How to build a car. Xiaomi decided to build its own car. This was a big and new project for the company. Amazingly, they built their first electric car in just 3 years. This was much faster than many other companies, like Apple, which tried for 10 years and stopped. How did Xiaomi do this so quickly? First, they hired many top engineers. These engineers came from famous car companies like BMW. Xiaomi offered them good pay to join their team. In a short time, Xiaomi had over 500 experts in car making. These people brought a lot of knowledge and experience. Second, Xiaomi used its smart business plan. They invested in more than 100 smaller companies. These companies make different parts for cars, like batteries or special sensors. By investing, Xiaomi made sure these companies worked closely with them. This helped Xiaomi get the parts it needed quickly and at good prices. These parts were made to Xiaomi's exact needs. This way, Xiaomi did not have to make every single car part by itself. This approach was very different from what Apple tried to do. Apple wanted to build a perfect car that was completely new. They spent a lot of money and time trying to invent a revolutionary vehicle with no steering wheel. Apple wanted to do everything on its own. But this idea of doing everything perfectly and by themselves made it very difficult. Apple had many problems and delays. In the end, Apple stopped its car project. Xiaomi, instead, focused on building a good, practical car that fit into its existing network of smart products. They did not try to invent something totally new from zero. They used what was already working well in the car industry and added their smart technology. This focus on speed, using experts, and working with other companies helped Xiaomi succeed quickly where others could not. 7. Success in China. Xiaomi's first electric cars, the SU7 and the YU7, quickly became very popular in China. The company launched its SU7 model, and within just 1 day, more than 88,000 orders were placed. Later, when the YU7 SUV was introduced, it saw even greater demand. In just 1 hour, nearly 300,000 people ordered the YU7. Chinese customers loved these new cars. They looked modern and stylish. They also came with great technology inside, like advanced smart features that could connect with other Xiaomi devices in a user's home. Most importantly, Xiaomi's cars were more affordable than many competing models, especially those from international brands like Tesla. For example, The U7 started at about $35,000, which was cheaper than Tesla's Model Y by almost $2,000. The SU7 was also priced very competitively, starting at around $30,000. China has a very competitive electric vehicle market. More than 140 different companies sell electric cars there. It is a tough market to succeed in. However, Xiaomi quickly became a strong player. Its smart business approach, which focused on selling good products at fair prices and building a large ecosystem, helped it a lot. Customers already trusted the Xiaomi brand from its popular smartphones and other smart home products. This loyalty made them eager to try Xiaomi's cars. The seamless way Xiaomi cars integrated with other smart devices in a customer's life also made them very attractive. This meant the car was not just a vehicle, but a part of a larger, connected lifestyle. Xiaomi's success meant that other car brands felt the competition. Tesla, which had been very popular in China, started to see its market share decrease. By late 2024, surveys showed that Xiaomi and another Chinese company, BYD, were more often chosen by Chinese buyers than Tesla. Lei Jun, Xiaomi's founder, now plans for Xiaomi to be one of the top 5 car companies in the world in the next 15 to 20 years. Xiaomi's quick rise showed its strong position in China's fast-growing electric car market. 8. The next big step. Xiaomi now has a very big goal. It wants to become one of the top 5 car companies in the world. But this will be a difficult journey. Selling cars in countries like America and Europe is not easy for companies from China. These places have new rules and high taxes. These are called tariffs. They make it hard for Chinese companies to compete. For example, in 2024, the American government put a very high tax on electric cars from China. This tax made these cars twice as expensive for buyers in America. Also, the European Union started an investigation. It is looking into how Chinese car makers get money from their government. This could mean even more taxes on Chinese cars in Europe. These problems are not only about money. Some officials in Western countries also worry about Chinese technology. They think about the information that smart cars collect. They also worry about how these cars might be controlled from far away. Because of these concerns, it is harder for Chinese companies to build trust in these big markets. Xiaomi's success in China came from its smart business plan, known as the Xiaomi Doctrine. This plan focuses on 3 main ideas. First, selling many good products at low prices. Second, earning money from internet services that connect to these devices. Third, quickly making products and improving them with help from users. This method worked very well in China's huge market, building a large group of loyal customers and a wide range of smart home products. To get past these problems, Xiaomi is thinking about new ideas. The company might start building its cars in Europe or even in America. Making cars locally could help avoid some of the high taxes and rules. Other Chinese car companies are also trying to do this, but it is still a very big challenge for Xiaomi. The future of Xiaomi depends on the answer to a big question. Can its smart business plan, which worked so well in China, also work in these different parts of the world? To become a truly global leader, Xiaomi needs to sell its cars in many more countries. Can good technology win against these new walls of politics and trade? What do you think will happen next for Xiaomi?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.